Ano mo yung magiging design ng costume mo, tapos kung paano siya magiging positive light sa Pilipinas. So, kung bagay yung akin kasi composition kasi karalabasan ni national costume first, for sure, pag nakita na siya magiging positive talaga yun, magiging global. Kasi nung time pa lang na pinag-iisipan namin ni Sir Patrick yun, madami na kami na parang siya na sisikat pa tawag doon. Parang yan. So parang magiging kakahan siya sa Pilipinas. So ayun. So confident kami sa costume. Hindi siya totally yung nag-aano sa hindi siya yung like yung parang like yung barong or gano'n parang isang naman. Pero pag-culture na ako sa Philippines. So pag may kita mo talaga ay Philippines doon.
I'm going in a very different direction right now compared to my last session. I really don't want to share the details because I feel like there's a power of spontaneity that you're going to see on stage. However, what I can say is going to associate to a slogan that's associated to the Philippines. It's one thing that I also can share. It's not going to be a warrior theme this time. I want to step away from that because I feel like this intervention in itself is already very, grand in its own aspect when it comes to all the wrongs that we're doing activities. So I want to steer away from that, and I know actually we have the same designer. It's also Patrick, so it's going to be very standard is very high, and a little different. And all perfect. Thank you.
Honestly, I speak everyone. Is this and it mine? Oh man, you guys are ready for that. Oh, it's gonna be really good. That's all I'm gonna say. I'll just be honest with you. Okay, yeah.
This is your comment?
It's so good, guys. I'm so excited for you guys to see it. Also very different. Everyone has like their own unique taste. We're not like all gonna look the same. It'll be nice touch showing different parts of the Philippines. There's three major parts, right? So there's three major different costumes.
Okay, thank you so much, kids. Actually, what the hardest part for me is to keep my measurements the same because all these suits and all these costumes and all that, they're very meticulous. So we're not talking about just the most of like your neck or something. They go really deep in the measurements. So I really hope that in my schedule I can fit like all the fitness so I don't look like a pressed sausage on stage or something too loose. So I really hope there's some buffer. Patrick, I know you're watching, so I hope that will fit. Next question.
Okay, next question. From second video partner.
Hello, Argentina from Inquiry. I'd like to know what do you think are the qualities that your respective pageants are looking for in their winner, and why do you think they will fit that category?
Well, relatively speaking, we just saw Dom with Mr. Global, and he's from the Philippines, and the person also from the Philippines, I know that there's one thing that Filipinos hold true, which is the resilience in all of our hearts. And I bring to the stage the same resilience. I know there's a lot of skepticism to see if I can really come back to back, but I'm here to disprove that with my heart. Thank you guys.
I've got a short message from the international organization, and there's one word that I could summarize the entire question would be authenticity. Somebody who is himself. I know this was out of cliche, but I feel like in this world it's very important that, especially in pageantry, because there's a pre-notion in joining a pageant where you want to fit a certain criteria, and sometimes it may appear a little bit performative. So they take a huge value on being yourself this time. Of course, embodying all the modern qualities of gentlemen that is respectful, inclusive, and hopefully me.
Thank you.
Yes.
Parang lang po sa Mr. Cosmopolitan, hinahanap po kasi ng Mr. Cosmopolitan, nalilipin ko lang ngayon is gentleman with a noble heart. So, for the call, pagkakakita ko po sa noble heart is yung tao o isang lalaki, or isang tao na meron siyang pure heart. So, meron kasi dalawang klase ng tao na meron siyang pure heart, tapos meron good people. So, yung mga good people, sila yung mga tao na pwede silang minsan hindi sila good, pero minsan pwede silang good. Kasi ginagawa nila yun para magpass sila good. Pero kung ito yung tao na meron kang pure heart, originally, lumalabas na yung kabutihan sa sarili mo. And I think, gusto ko sa pagkakita, ito yung kailangan nyo yung certificate na mayroong pure heart.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Let's move on to our third year partner.
Hello, gentlemen. Current year from Vietnam. So, youth actors and you have competition. So, my question is, in your journey to become an international title holder, so far, what is the hardest criticism you received and what did you do to be a better version of this occasion?
The hardest criticism that I've received concerning my fashion is that instinctively, right now, I don't look Filipino 100%. Right? Like, you see me, I'm born and raised in Germany, so I get many comments that why not choose somebody who's 100% Filipino in this whole aspect? And I don't treat it as a criticism. I feel like any time I get a comment like this, to me it's privilege because it gives me the opportunity to not just represent the Philippines, but also me as myself with everything that I am. And that also includes my German side. I feel like, I am born in a household where both qualities have been embedded in me. And my mother is beautiful. To make really sure that I connect to my Filipino blood. So I wouldn't say it's the hardest criticism because at the end of the day I take it with grace. But so far, that would be my heritage. I take it with grace.
Similarly enough, to where Kirk mentioned, well, he may not look the part, I can't speak the part, but I don't speak the native languages as well. People might ask, hey, so you represent the Philippines, why don't you speak Tagalog or Filipino? My counter statement to that is that I actually do. People think the language here is Filipino, but I actually think the language that we speak is a language of love. Through hospitality and showing others that we'll take in who comes in our way with the whole heart. And that's what I'd like to say to all the criticism that comes direction my way.
Bali yung sa akin pa po na nagsisip na natatalito ko is mostly about my communication skills kung bago po ako sasagot sa mga interview and sa aking Q&A pagdating po sa bangko. And luckily, aside po sa criticism na yan is yun pala naman po. Kung may kita mo po may ibang comments about my gender, tapos kung about sa my color and sa yung trait po ng physical picture ko. So, mostly mga tao po na good po sa comment na nagkakagod po sa akin. I'm very good po sa kanila. Kasi kahit ito po sila kilala, alam ko, nakikita ko po yung pagmamahal nila sa akin, yung support na po nila sa akin. Kaya mas napabawasan ko yung criticism na nabigil ko kasi mas nag-aaral ko sa mga tao nila na nagbibigay ng support sa akin. Ganun sa akin. Join ko dito sa support sa kanila.
Alright, thank you very much. Let's move on to our next speaker.
Hello, gentlemen.
Hello.
My question for you is, with your evolution recently in the nail painting industry, where would you like to see nail paintings in the next 5 or 10 years?
I love this question. Okay, so to be honest with everybody here, honestly, the direction of nail pageantry really putting its mark into the industry here. I know that there's countless people that have messaged me and that I currently work with that have been inspired by some of the things I do on stage. And I know with that, the future is very bright as long as we can provide them the right tools, the right information, but also making sure they're in a safe environment to be in through packaging. I think that's the key for them. I think there's a huge untapped market that I know packaging can really go into, and I'm super excited to be a part of that.
I can very much relate to what Jennifer just said to me, because I'm getting every week countless DMs of people who are inspiring, also considering these pageantry. And I think if you look back 10 years ago, today, the impact that male pageantry has back then and today is immense. So I think right now what we're doing collectively in the male pageantry scene is not time for everybody. So if this pageant will do well, it does good for the entire industry. So in that aspect, we're already doing the right things. So I would hope that it will continue this path where pageantry, male pageantry is aspiring young gentlemen to represent their territory or their purpose or whatever they want to put on the spotlight. Because at the end of the day, what we are doing is just exploiting ourselves on the stage, but it's for the greater cause. Where people inspire people. There's only good for them.
Meron pang question na. Grade ako na. So for me, gusto ko makita after 5 years yung may pageant design, parang sa Miss Universe. Di ba pag sa Miss Universe, nagsasakay yung mga sanon? So sa may pageant example na naman yung mga barber niya. Di ba? Parang dapat yung pakyaw. So ngayon ko lang makita parang na siya, sa general siya na susuportahan natin yung girls, susuportahan din natin yung boys. So, not just boys, but also, support natin lahat ng gender, natin.
Thank you so much, Rowan. Moving on to our last speaker.
Hello, the question for Kenneth is that, kailangan po, kahit po siya, hindi niya po kasabi na sa iyo ang mass appeal. Gusto ko mag-represent sa natin mga almost mga tao ang mga. So, paano mo napapakita yung presensya sa international stage ng sa China? And that's our question. And the question for I related to is that, sorry.
Ano po?
Paano po makikita nyo ng presensya? Ito po ay malakas na mass appeal.
Okay.
Gusto ko po ng masa. Paano naman po mapapakita yung presensya sa international stage?
Thank you po sa question. Kumbaga yung ginawa ko po sa Pilipinas, worldwide po before, na mas marami po naka-appreciate yung performance ko po. Marami po, sabi mo na parang idol nila ako. Hate ko lang sa mga tao nila kasi parang naging gagawin influence ako sa kanila. Sa main pageantry. Yung gagawin ko naman po sa international po is gano'n lang po mga times 4, times 3. Gano'n. So, kung ano mo pinakita ko po na drawing sa Mr. Pilipinas, gagawin ko din po compare sa Mr. International. So, gagawin ko po yung best ko po para po sa Philippines.
So, now, what is your plan for all Filipino people that are waiting for your journey here in Sergio
Promise. Promise is a lot done. Well, here's my promise. My promise is that when you see me throughout my journey in Thailand, leading up to the big climax on the 25th, you will look at me and you will be proud to be a Filipino. Because I take that spirit on the stage and I don't care where I am and who I am, I will always take American pride. Because I truly believe the Filipino people, we are still underrated here, not just in Asia but worldwide. And I think if I can put something, us, the spirit of us representatives, onto a main stage, that is good for everybody. people who support me feel the pride that I have to meet and handle push the world.
Alright, which acknowledge the presence of the CEO and President of the Commission in the Philippine Delegation. Oh, okay. Okay, this is quality acknowledged presence, okay? Will it look as downward? Okay, moving on to the question. What promise can you, what promise can you give to the Philippine people in September International Family?
The promise I'd like to give to all those watching around the world, Filipinos, even myself. There's nothing else that I can really say because I work through faith, and through faith, I know that that's how I think about the promise. The faith that you guys put in me, and that I put in all effort that I put out. Thank you guys.
Thank you. Okay, moving on with our next speaker. Hello.
Good afternoon, ladies. I'm from Senegal. So, since you will be competing in Thailand, the Land of Smile, right? So, what's one characteristic that you possess that you think will make us or the whole universe smile? O, ikaw muna, kaya. Hindi mo na, gusto mo Tagalogin mo? Sige po. Okay. So, di ba yung Thailand is, Lili is Land of Smile, di ba? So, ano yung katangian mo na meron ka na sa tingin mo, lahat ng tao sa universe o so on ay mag-smile dahil meron ka nun? Ano yun?
Smile din.
Okay.
Kasi pag yan, superpower mo na sila. Kasi pag may tao kasi na may negative aura, tapos may tao sa loob, may isang tao sa loob na may positive aura na lagi nakasmile, parang nalilipag-lugod ng buong lugar, gano'n sa kulot. So, I think, pag nandun ka na sa lugar na lalong smile, which is Thailand, so, more on, nakasmile ka din, smile person ka din, so, mas mag-i-enjoy ka lang. So, madami kong matutunan ako sa culture nila, and of course, very good to share yung culture ng Philippines from them. So, smile.
So I actually worked and lived in Thailand for a year, and one thing that I keep remembering myself that time was food. It's a very simple answer. Because I'm a foodie, I don't look like it, but I really fully enjoy the food. Because food is one of those qualities that everybody can agree on. Everybody, no matter how busy the schedule is, we can still find some time for us where we can just sit down and enjoy the food. And I'm looking forward, I mean, of course, it's the entire competition, but I'm also really much looking forward for just the basic, simple street vendors in Thailand. Just go there, you can put chicken, grilled, whatever you want, and it's always so fantastic. And yeah, I guess food. I like food.
Kurt Vonnegut likes food, everybody. I love it. Okay, I will have to say one of the things that I bring to the table definitely would be, I guess the same thing as Kenneth, where it's a smile. I think the way to connect to another person is through the smile, but there's an important part about smiling. You guys make eye contact. And so I think people will see through my eyes that I'm there with a full heart, I'm there and openly, proudly represent the Philippines, and I don't see my competitors as competitors. I see them as brothers that we're all bonding together, and then at the end of the day, no matter what happens, we've all won. It's really good.
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Eric from Hong Philippines and Pilipinas. This question is for Kurt Vonnegut and here. During one of our interview, you mentioned that you are addicted to women. What's your approach to your competition this time around? Or during one interview, you mentioned that you are addicted to women. What's your approach to your competition this time around for you? Aside from being
What is my approach? Here's what my approach for me in the context of being addicted to it. No, of course not. Okay, I have to give you a little context. I'm not per se addicted to winning, but I'm a journey-oriented person. Because once I put myself into a path, winning or the outcome of whatever you put yourself out there has so many great benefits. Because it keeps you grounded on a day-to-day basis. For example, right now, it's very simple for me. I have daily eggs. September 25. I have to embody character, beauty, brain. So every single day I do multiple things and it all keeps me grounded to that day. So that's why I'm addicted to winning, because it puts me on a trajectory where I'm so focused. I think that's something so grateful to be, like having that deep purpose that makes you do anything, everywhere you are. So my approach this time is, yes, I have more experience now coming into this new method. So I take it a little bit more grace, because I feel like the pressure is already there. I don't want to show on it, because there's a lot of expectation, there's a lot of pressure. If I listen to too much noise, especially in social media, it might get a little bit numbing. So the best thing that I can do is really keep my head down, focus on things that I can control, and get enough sleep also. But most importantly, just be calm. Because I feel like at the end of the day, patients have this X factor to it that no matter how good you perform, no matter how good you are, it's not guaranteed that you win. Because at the end of the day, it's the jury that you have to, to validate this why I want to win. But beauty and beauty contests all in that regard are subjective. So I don't want to attach myself to winning, because there's a light after winning, there's a light after winning. If I can look back to my journey that I did my all, that I did my best, I will be happy.
I know the question is scripture, but I wanted to add this on to what he's talking about. You don't lose. You know why? Because every loss isn't a loss, it's an opportunity to grow. So that is why we love winning. I think within the direction that he's talking about, he wants to take baby steps in his life to win every single day. Because at the end of the day, why would you want to lose? But if you don't win, it's through opportunity, through faith, and through that winning opportunity, so you can become great.
Thank you so much, gentlemen. Once again, that's our Mr. Pilipinas Cosmopolitan 2025, Ken Rosolino, Mr. Pilipinas International 2025, Kurt Watson, and Mr. Pilipinas Global 2025, Mr. Jeffrey Colobo. And now that we've heard it, for our gentlemen, we're going to be competing. It's time for us to hear from their support system. Talking about the brothers who are behind the scenes, behind the spotlight, rooting for them all the way. Let's start with our Mr. Pilipinas of the year 2025, Michael Angelo Toledo. Few message from you guys.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for having us. Firstly, I want to say thank you, Empire, Mr. Pilipinas for the life, and Rory for joining us here. And for sponsors today's side, Abu and KMC for also hosting the day. Honestly, I have nothing to say for these final gentlemen, because I know they were chosen for a reason to represent their respective talents, because they embody the characteristics and attributes. And I just say, as the saying goes, peer pressure is a privilege, and this is the perfect time for them to absorb that saying and live by it. And I just wish them a prosperous journey, and that they enjoy the present, and I wish that they could bring cultural pride and excellence for the country. International, so we're doing the side.
So, good afternoon everyone, good afternoon Pilipinas and Empire. So, back to back, Mr. MI and Cosmo. So, I will make it short. Good luck. I know you will all do your best. Always stick to your core, and always remember that we are always here to support you. Go ahead.
And now let's hear from the executive. Alright, let's hear from the national director first, Mr. Pilipinas. Mr. Clark, what is it again?
So good afternoon everyone, it's great to see you all, and thank you so much for being here to support the Philippines. But first and foremost, can I just say thank you to our sponsors department, because without you guys, none of this would be possible. And of course, to our teams, just remember that beyond the crowns, the awards, the sashes, the titles that you will get, just beyond the crowns, the titles, the sashes that you will get, you already represent what it is to be a Filipino pageant. That being strong, confident, relentless, and courageous. So those four qualities, the three of you already have. And lastly, just trust the work that you guys put in the past months. Just be yourself and stay true to who you are. And I feel like everyone in Thailand will love that too. So on behalf of everyone here in this room, I think I can say that we all wish you guys success and good luck to the three of you.
Thank you so much, Walter. And last but not least, let's hear from the Executive Vice President, Mr. Walter Hunter.
I'm so glad you guys are seated. Because right now I'm just about your height. No, but first of all, thank you to the media for continually supporting all of our efforts in Filipinos worldwide for consumers Philippines. You know, confession, people who know me in the media from the beginning, you know that I was a non-believer in male pageants ever since. And when I used to cover pageants before, I refused to cover male pageants. In fact, when Jonas first took over and started doing Mr. Filipinas worldwide, I was hesitant to lend my support because it's not my thing. But it's been 3 years now. Luis asked earlier about where the direction of male pageantry is. I think these guys, Mr. Pilipinas, the past 3 years and where it's at today, is exactly the direction of male pageantry people. Si Mama G could do it. So yes, Mr. Pilipinas worldwide is the future of male pageantry and is the aspirational pageant that it's supposed to be because we provide that safe space for the guys to grow, to nurture, and at the same time, really push themselves. This year, we're so proud to have all of our winners. At least think of it now from the host, diba? You know, all of our winners, every single one of them is deserving of a write-up. In fact, not just them, but even the delegates this year, contestants, they were an amazing batch. And that just goes to show that the men believe in the pageant and believe what it stands for. Because, you can't force people to join something that they don't believe in. And that's something that we're very proud of. And we hope that we will continue to support all of them and the organization. Today, we're sending off 3 amazing Filipinos. 3 faces of determined Filipinos who win their international pageants. But each one has a different reason for wanting to win. Each one has a different reason for wanting to achieve that, to get to their goal. And each one has a different way and approach, a different personality. So if you look at all around here, there's no formula, there's no template. Everybody has a very distinct personality. The authenticity that Kurt was talking about, it's all here. In fact, somebody asked that question about criticism. What struck me? Kasi they all mentioned something about what was the harshest criticism they received. And this is how fickle that netizens or social media is. And it's another reason why we should never really allow those criticisms to affect you. Because one person is telling him he's not Filipino now, and that's not going to do him any good in the international stage. On the other hand, he's too Filipino. Diba? Itatagalog na lang tapos sabihin, parang kulang lang kasi you cannot speak English. While these are they speak English and then they tell them, well, they're speaking English, can't speak Filipino. So, this is a perfect example of why their individuality is their strength, their authenticity, their heart. And nobody can take away their Filipino-ness because that is something that you were born with. You don't choose your mother and your father, so you don't choose your nationality. And when they are proud and when they say they're proud of their nationality, regardless of whatever percentage that is, let's celebrate it with them. So good luck to all of you. And whether it's 1% or 100% Filipino, we are here for you 100%.
Alright. So all my brothers, you know that we love you, we know that we support you in every way that we can, in every way that you're currently doing. I just want to say that, just be yourselves, guys. All you know, just be yourselves to the highest of your potential. I keep on saying that your game is not for you. It's for the people who witness you. It's for the kid watching TV. It's wanting to join classes. And when they see you on a random day, they're going to be inspired. It's for those guys. We need to connect it for the people who's watching us. Because, if you just unapologetically be excellent, just let your light shine. If you are unapologetically excellent, you're giving permission to others to do the same. So that's all. Gentlemen, we know that you're going to do great. We cannot wait. We are anticipating. We are dying, and we're going to use the win. We're rooting for you since day one. Congratulations in advance. Well, let's make this game a round of applause. Once again, this is our first conference. Send out for Mr. Pilipinas Cosmopolitan 2025, Ken Marcelino, Mr. Pilipinas International 2025, Chris Bonda, and Mr. Pilipinas Global 2025, Jeter Polomo. Give them a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. And now it's time for a quick photo. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand. And may we please invite our Empire Philippines